Good evening, everybody. My name is Stan the Man, and you have tuned into Real Talk on the Dream Nation Network. Today, we're going to talk about CRT, better known as critical race theory, and should it be taught in school? Um, and if not, why? Taught in school. Okay, Mel, I can see you. I can see you on my phone.
I'm here.
So we have with us Mr. Melvin Brown.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So we have with us Mr. Melvin Brown. What do you think about critical race theory? And should it be taught in school?
I think it's a must. There was something said years ago where it says if you fail to look at history, you're doomed to repeat it. We have to understand how we came into being. Critical race theory just talks about that and explains how we are, as a people, have been subject to many different things, which ultimately cause our very existence. I think if we never deal with the issue, it'll never correct itself, and we'll all admit when you got such organizations like Black Lives Matter and or the Rainbow Coalition, you have such organizations as that. There's a need, Urban League, NAACP. There's a need for us to heal, and I don't think you can heal unless you the scab. You look at the scab because it's some wounds, and I think that cut deep. And if we don't ever really address it by talking about what really caused it, then we'll never improve. We'll never improve.
Critical race theory. Should it be taught in school? We'll be right back. And we're back. My name is Stan the Man, and this is Real Talk on the Dream Nation Network. We have with us Mr. Melvin Brown, and we're talking about critical race theory. Should it be taught in school? If not, why? Mel.
You know what? I don't think there's no if not. I think it must be. I mean, I think that someone said once that history is written by the winners.
Right. Well, that is actually a true statement. History is written by the conquerors.
Yeah, history is written by the conquerors.
Because we actually we were conquered.
Yeah, yeah.
Over 400 years ago in the motherland, we were conquered. That's how we got here today. That's right. That's how I'm talking to you right now. Our ancestors was brought over here on chain. We are the only minority group that didn't come voluntarily.
True.
Think about it. Everybody just came on boats. We came on a boat too, but our boat ride was a little different from everybody else's.
Yes, very much so. You know,
you gotta laugh. It's not funny, but it is. And yeah, our boat ride was a little different from everybody else's. They came in luxury, or and if not luxury, they came on their own accord.
True.
We nail. A lot of our people, jumped off the boat in the middle of the ocean to keep from being enslaved.
That's right.
That notion that we didn't fight back is a myth within itself.
Go ahead.
And, critical race theory is the thing is the Caucasian group is not producing as fast as the minority groups are.
True.
And I don't know the exact year that's predicted that they will become a minority in this country, and they're fighting hard, and fighting hard to maintain their superiority grip in this country and in other places around the world, because the same thing happening here is happening elsewhere.
I think, Stanley, I think it's 2045 is when they believe that swing is going to take place as far as race.
Okay, 2045. Okay.
And what you see now is fear. Nothing sparks reaction from a person more than fear will. And you might not agree with it, but I understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. They're scrambling. They've always been in control. Okay? If you look at the Senate and the House, and take a look at the faces that are there making the decisions on our country. I mean, 80% of them are white, male, and who are over 60, 70, and almost close to 80 years old, who are determining this country's direction, future, existence right now. And it's fear. I mean, power. When it's starting to crumble from their very fingers, they're going to react. And they're going to react in irrational manners. I mean, say what you want to about Donald Trump, but Donald Trump got some judges elected that are going to be there.
And that's why it is critically important that you pay more attention to the races, the local races, because it trickled down. Those local judges have a lot of power over us. And you have to do your due diligence and research the person that you're about to, that's on the ballot.
That's right.
And see what they're all about. Look, delve into their past. See what kind of things that they've done in their past, as far as race is concerned, because it would be a pattern.
I was listening to Al Sharpton the other day, and he was saying that he's talking to a person who said they're not political. He said, just because you don't, he said, told Al Sharpton, he said, you do this, I'm doing my own thing. I don't obey rules. And I guess they were at a light. He said, you stopped at the light, didn't you? And the young man, he said, yes, I did. He said, well, you're obeying somebody's rules.
Right.
He said, it's not political. He said, you don't have to vote to be not involved in politics. The clothes you wear, somebody decided on what company or country is going to ship those to you. So that China-made shirt or those Indian-made ties you got on was decided by somebody in politics. Even though you might not be voting, you or whatever the results are of those voting, you're reaping, not even sowing. You're just reaping whatever someone else decided to sow for you.
Right. So, you had no choice in the matter. As far as what's on those shelves.
Correct.
Even the foods we eat. If you pay close attention to the food we eat, it's not the same as when we were growing up. I can distinctly remember having a jug of orange juice that didn't separate after it set for a while. Now it do. The beef that we cook, I don't know what they call that slime that comes off of it when you're cooking it, but it's not right. Somebody decided to do something to that food, and we are the recipients of that decision.
Correct. Look at the organic stuff you get now. You're getting grapes with no seeds. How you get a grape with no seeds? I mean, you look at the
not natural.
Right. Look at the colorizing of our meats, fish, chicken, whether everybody sees that there's some of our pieces are bigger, and that's from the feed they're getting. So there's a lot of things that are happening and have changed in our food. You look at countries like China, where they're living to be 80 years old, 90 years old, and still vibrant.
Right.
Compared to us, when we get to a certain age, everything starts to break down.
It seems like everybody in the United States are diabetic.
Yes. What's
that about?
Well, they put salt in meats now more because it preserves it longer.
We eat.
That's right.
So
true. So, yes, when I would say this to you about race. We need to have a discussion about race, a real discussion, but we got to be willing to understand what's going to come with that. With that, it's going to be some crying. There's going to be some fight. I'm not fighting, physical fighting. It's going to be some yelling, but it has to be some understanding. When you have faced oppression, the people that were the oppressor have to understand what they did. I mean, they'll say that they didn't own no slaves, but they did.
Not only them, but their children and their ancestors have to understand.
That's right. That's so true.
That's one of the key things about critical race theory being taught in school. They don't want their children to understand what was done to us, back in the day.
Well, let me ask you something, Stanley. Why is it that some of these things that happened, when we were young, just came to light today, or we just became aware of it? Some of these people who suffered at the hands of, these movies now that are being made about Rosewood and Black Wall Street, that was 1930 something.
1921.
I mean, well, why wasn't we were in school after 1921? So
the thing is, it's a new day. It's a new day dawning on us. The status quo in this country is breaking down. It's slow, but it's happening. And that's one of the reasons why these movies are being made about Black history, certain aspects of Black history. But I think it should go further than that. I think it should start in Africa.
Well, I believe so too. They got new movies that's going to be coming out soon. I don't know if you heard about it. It's about the last slave ship. Did you hear about that?
Oh, the Matilda.
Yes, the very last slave ship.
The last one. I think it was called the Matilda.
Yes. Okay. Were you aware of that? Yes. And those are interesting facts that should be brought out. I mean,
that ship. Although it was the last ship, it was transporting those slaves illegally.
Yes.
Because the government had made that outlawed. Although the slaves that was already here was still slaves, but they outlawed the bringing of slaves from across the waters.
Correct. You're right.
And that was it.
You're right.
I think they just discovered that ship too. They just found that ship.
Yes. Right. So, the lady who devised the program to teach the 1619 when they tried to bring this
project. I can't think of her name, but I know who you're talking about.
A professor, and she devised it for the school system, and they shot it down.
Well, hey, they fighting. They fight tooth and nail to maintain the status quo, but the status quo will not. It's slowly slipping away.
Yeah, but when you marginalize and disenfranchise a whole race of people and call them less than and 3/5 of
a human being.
And I studied that. I don't know if I looked into that. Why did they call us 3/5? They call us 3/5 because the South wanted to count their slaves as a whole person.
Mm-hmm.
So to make the election even, they decided that if they called a slave or a black person 3/5 of the person, that would even the score. So the South couldn't always win.
Oh.
Yes. I'm like, what? Because I was like, why would they call it 3/5? Why 3/5? Why not a half a person? Why not a quarter of a person? That's why.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for yourself. But yeah, 3/5 is because, as you can understand, the South had all those slaves. So if you're voting, you're going to win because you got more people voting. Your slaves are going to vote for whatever you tell them to vote for. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's just interesting when you start to delve into our past. You start to delve, and you can sometimes get upset. I
did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I fed 5 Thirds. You watched the Emmett Till story.
Mm-hmm.
It was Emmett Till movie that came on a couple weeks ago. It's heart wrenching.
I missed it. I didn't see it.
Oh my goodness! You got to see what the mother went through. It's heart wrenching. The boy's only like 13, 14 years old.
I think 12.
Oh no! Look at it. Yeah, he had just turned 14, and he came from Chicago just to visit.
Yeah, visit his people down in what was it? Was it Alabama?
That's right, Alabama or something. And he the lady, you got to see the story.
Actually, the lady her name is Carolyn Bryant.
Okay, all right.
Recanted her story. She came out with the truth about what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't do anything that
she claimed.
She claimed that he did. Back then.
Yeah, and those men got right.
Not in jail right now. It's beyond my understanding.
Yeah, it just well, look at the lady who just mistakenly grabbed the wrong pistol, gun, taser. They gave her 24 months in jail.
Right.
24 months, 2 years.
2 years for killing that.
Yeah, and after 2 years, who knows if you can get a police pension? Who knows? It just I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
24 months.
Until we take a real hard look at the critical race theory in and of itself, we'll always be chasing our tail.
Mm-hmm.
We'll always be chasing our tail, and it won't get no. I'm sorry.
So the topic was, should it be taught? Why? And why not? So, should it be taught? I think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to know where we came from, and they have to know where their descendants or their children have to know where we came from too, because their children are coming up in their places. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be the future senators and doctors and police officers and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
White supremacy is in every aspect of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wear it on your skin because I'm a black man. You can see that, but you can't see supremacy.
True.
You can't.
Yes. No.
It only manifests itself in its actions.
Mm. That's very true.
So,
mm-hmm.
That should be taught in school. It should be part of curriculums from elementary school on through high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that should be taught. Taken lightly, because this is serious.
Mm-hmm. 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 Very much so. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And until we do that, the struggle will continue for this terrible wrong to be right.
Well, we got, like you said, we got some work ahead of us.
Oh my goodness.
Work ahead of us.
Oh my goodness, yes. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. So, critical race theory. Should it be taught? Yes, it should. By everybody in this nation should know what it is, how we got here, and where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Mel?
Yep.
It was a pleasure.
All right. My pleasure here. Pleasure's all mine, my friend.
And we'll see you on our next episode.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You have a good night.
Okay. Critical race theory. It should be taught. It should be from elementary school on through high school. My name is Stan the Man. This has been Real Talk on the Dream Nation Network, and we will see you on our next broadcast. Have a good night, everybody.